All right, question number 9 says a ranger spots a fire at a direction of 346 degrees. A ranger in Tower B spot located 45 miles at a direction of 51 degrees from Tower A spots the fire at a direction of 304 degrees. How far from Tower A is the fire? So we have a drawing that shows us what we need, and if you have a good background in geometry, it'll help you with some of the understanding of these angles. But I'm just going to show you the process, and you can repeat it to solve your problem. So with number 9, we're going to be using the law of sines to figure out the distance that Tower A and B are from the fire. So according to this drawing, it may not be drawn to scale. The fire is up here. They're showing you C. They're showing you Tower A and Tower B. And we need to figure out the angle measurement. So we got that the distance from Tower A to B is 45. That's the one thing that's given. But we need to find distance A, and we need to find B. So we have a partial angle here. So you see a perpendicular. And this is 51, so this is part of the angle. And you got another bit of information that shows you the distance from here, from this line all the way around to here, is 346. So we have to use the fact that we know a full circle is 360. So to complete this circle, that means that this piece here would have to be 14 degrees. When you do 360 minus 346, that gives you 14. So that gives me the whole angle A would be 51 plus 14. So that would give me 65. So this whole angle is 65 degrees. So that's my first angle that I need to find. And then we can figure out B with vertical angles. Again, that's a background with geometry, but I'm going to use the fact that the textbook use. So there's a property that you may not be familiar with. Again, with geometry and vertical angles, we will use the difference of these two to figure out angle C. So angle C is going to be equal to the 346 minus 304. And that will give us 42 degrees. And then we can add angle A and angle C, subtract from 180 to get angle B. It's 107. So that gives us 73. So angle B is 73 degrees. Okay, so we got all the angles now. And that's the same way that the text uses. If you look at view an example, do help me solve this, they'll show you some of the properties that they use. So their angles they're using this one, and can't see, kind of runs out, the 321 and the 279 to get the angle C, and then they use the same property to find angle B. Okay, but once we get those angles, then we can use the law of sines. So we were given side C, so I'm going to use side C, which is 45, over sine of angle C, which we had to figure out, is 42. And we're going to set that equal to either one, it doesn't matter. Let's do side B first. Over sine of side B, or sine of angle B. And then we'll cross multiply that. That will give us the distance the fire is from tower A. And then we'll do similar calculation. It's going to be side A this time over sine of angle A. We sine of 65, and we'll multiply that across to get the distance from tower B to the fire. Okay, so I'm going to do 45 times the sine of 73. That's going to be divided by sine of 42. We want to round to the nearest whole number, so the distance from tower A to the fire is roughly 64 miles. And then I'm going to just recall that formula, and I'm going to change the 73 to 65 because I'm doing this formula now. So 65, and that gives you 61 miles when rounded. And so distance from tower A is going to be 64, and the distance from tower B is going to be 61.